my eyes in remembrance of the queen of my life. I know she would be overjoyed to have witnessed what I witnessed today, this afternoon. I want to thank all of the senseis, and I pray that God, Allah, will give you long life, that you may continue to teach young people and old people take care of their bodies, which is the real house of God. Take care of your diet, which demonstrates your love for the house that God wants to live in with you. God wants to live in us. You didn't hear me, so I'll say it again. Allah God wants to live in what He created. But you have to understand who you are and who you want to be like and belong to. I'm so overwhelmed looking at my young baby brothers. Now, when an old man, I'm scared about that, when an old man sees a baby doing the things that these babies did, I know our nation is safe. Yes. To my right and my left, my son and my son. Not my physical son, but a spiritual son. My physical and spiritual son. I thank Allah for the both of you and for my other son, Grandmaster. Come over here. Sit with Daddy.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
When the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to me, brother, you may sit in my seat as the father of the house in my absence. Wait a minute, just think about that. You're not the father. I'm not the father, but I can sit as the father. What makes me sit as the father? Because I have become his begotten son. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
That's right.
I rejoice in you today.
Yes, sir.
I'm inspired by you today. Because what Grandmaster said, my grandmaster brother there, come on over here, brother, I want to hug you. Man, my dear brother. Where my brother from Jamaica, man? Come, man, come. Jamaica. I love you, man. Oh, listen. Where would we be without these great men and women who taught us, who are teaching us? Oh, my dear brother who beat up all the time.
I know, right?
Where? Sit right down here, brother. I'm honored to have you as my son. What a young man. And he's been doing this since he was almost boy. He has been the one that they beat up every year.
He can beat up.
A warrior, man.
Absolutely.
I was so impressed with him one year, I think I wrote it. To say, brother, you're such a wonderful helper to the masters as you are becoming a master. Why? Somebody asked me. Was it you, Farrakhan? She was dying. My son is my witness. And I really didn't know first what to say to her. Because she was disappointed in the choice of me. In the middle of our talk, I was talking to her as a brother who honored her and loved her and love her still for the sacrifice that she made in her life to give me a teacher in her husband, great Yusuf Shah. Malcolm was my teacher, but Yusuf Shah was my maker. You can't be a great minister unless you become a great follower. And if you're not a strong follower of a great teacher, you'll never achieve the greatness because your vanity will rob you of the power that you need to equal the masters that teach you. As I looked at you and I thought of my wife, when I came here today, I told you I brought Khadijah with me. You may say, man, this is a spooky dude. Yeah, well, you need to get spooky like me. Because you are not listening to the Farrakhan that you knew. You're becoming acquainted with the one that I am becoming and really have become.
That's right. That's right.
I want you to pay attention because vanity, self-conceit, putting your desires over the desire of your teacher will cripple you and cause you to cripple those under you. You come under a teacher to learn from a teacher that one day you may take the place of that teacher and learn to be a greater teacher, like the master said. What master? I'm talking about Jesus. What about Muhammad? That's Jesus. Jesus and Muhammad is one and the same. You may not understand it yet because you see Muhammad as a Muslim. What do you see Jesus as?
Come on.
Not one time in the Bible. What? Not one time in the Bible did you ever hear him say, I'm a Christian. He never said, I am a Baptist, though he was baptized. He never said, I'm a Methodist, though he said, I am the way. He never said, I am the life. But Jesus said, I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. You didn't say I'm a life. I'm the life. What did he mean? I can tell you. Not because I know of myself. I have grown by his grace into him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How could Jesus say, when you see me, you see the Father? And he said to his disciples, have I been among you this long, and you have not seen my Father? You don't know who you've been looking at. Look again. My Father is now in me.
That's right.
And I am in him. Me and my Father have become one. Wait now, wait. What about me? You say. I am a proof of what we all can be if we stop thinking about who we are and think about who the Creator is. Because he's in us. Can I say this to you, sisters? And to you, brothers, too.
Yes, sir. Come on with
I'm going to do just that. I can't help myself. Khadijah would cuss me. No, she would not. She would give me a word or two when I get home. I feel so empty at times without her by my side. You can't explain the emptiness of loss when you've been connected to a person for the 73 years of our marriage, but for the 80-some years that we have known each other. That's a lifetime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Some of us can't stay married. What did you say, son? See, you were married. You were a pimp, hustling a woman for sex. But you didn't know what you were getting involved in. The sex was over, so was the marriage. See, it don't take long to discover the inches and the measurement of a female body.
Come on.
It takes you a lifetime to measure the spirit and the mind of a woman that was made by God. I didn't come here to preach,
You can't help yourself. You can't help yourself.
but you're right, son. I just can't help myself. Every time I come here, once a year, with my queen by my side, and I look at the amazing work that you have put in to do what you've done, I'm deeply touched. In fact, I'm so glad for these dark glasses because the tears in my eyes were such from the beginning. I looked across from me and I saw a little sister. She was looking at me with a beautiful look. And I looked to my right and I saw another sister that looked like she was an albino. And I saw another one with a darker skin. And I said, yes, Allah, you've put in front of me the great women who are the mothers of us all. There wouldn't be a white man. There wasn't a strong black woman. Strong black man with a life germ that all nations could come through us. As I study more and more and more, the narrowness of religion is the enemy of God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
May I say it again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How dare you think that your religion is the answer and mine is not? Well, I have Jesus. Do you really? See, I know Muhammad. Do you really? Do you know the prophets? Do you really? Do you know Abraham? Do you really? I don't want to call you a liar. Your own actions show that you're a damn liar. I want you to hear me now, because you may not hear me for a long time. Why did I say damn liar? Are you cursing? Fair can? No. But you are. When you think so narrow. On the television this morning, I saw something of my Arapao family out in the West. They were saying prayers. The white lady, who's a dear, devout Christian, did not think that they should pray like that. And in the colloquy of the talk afterwards, she mentioned Jesus. And I hope through the beauty of internet, she will hear from a man who knows Jesus better than most who think they know him. I want you to hear what I'm saying. It's not vanity. To know Jesus is to strive to become one with him. If he found the purpose for life when he could say, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. What life are you, Jesus? He's the life that God put in every single one of us, and none of us have reached the goal. Your life and its purpose is to mature in that life to become one with God, your creator. Would you mind if I say a few more things, please? See, I told you I was coming with my wife. You didn't understand what I was saying. How was you coming with her? She's dead. The hell she is. You just don't understand. Allah says in the Holy Quran, think not of those who die or are slain in the way of God as dead. They are alive, but you perceive not. You understand not. What is it about life and death that we don't understand? Come on. You don't understand the words that I said when I came. I came wrapped up in Khadijah. Right. Well, how could that be? Come on. She's dead. to you.
Come on.
But she lives with God.
Yes, sir.
And what this man said,
Yes, sir.
I want you to pay attention to what he said,
Yes, sir.
because he is not just a great sensei. We just have to go deeper into what he said.
Yes, sir.
There's stars out there,
Stars. Come on.
and he broke down the chemistry of a star
Yes, sir.
and the light that they give
Yes,
us.
sir.
But they die. Stars die.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can blow them out. They're like a candle, but you can't destroy the light. The light is traveling through space from stars long dead.
Yes, sir.
But the light that they have, the light that they gave to us, is still giving light.
Yes, sir.
My teacher once said to me, you notice how I say that? My teacher. I have a great teacher. Elijah Muhammad, to me, I couldn't have a better teacher.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Well, God is the greatest teacher. Yes, he is. But when a man of God, look at the preposition of. When a man of God has given himself to God, is obedient in every way in his life to God, then God takes him into himself and fuses him. It's not fission.
Right, right.
See, fission is just a cracking of an atom.
Right.
Fusion is the marriage
Yes, sir.
of the atom
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and the molecules into oneness. How could that brother come out here with a sword
Come on. Right.
and have you put the sword to his neck and put a man there holding another man or pushing another man that can push the sword up into his throat? And he pushed them back. How could he do that? You're damn right it's science. But it's divine science and not nigger science. See, it's not cracker science. It's not white folk science. It's half-ass man science. You say, damn, Farquhar, you kind of carrying on today. I have to say it right, damn right. And I'm not cussing. See, damn is a word that it's describing right. It's an adjective in this case. Damn right. It's so right that it dams up your foolishness like a dam holds back the water. God damn hold back all this bullshit. TV. But this is the right kind of cussing on TV.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Khadijah, I know what you're saying. She wants me to shut it down. I could hold it.
No, you're good.
Boy, I'm getting fired up here. But if you didn't get fired up over what you saw, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, really. It's dead.
If it didn't move you, you're clogged up.
Come on.
And you really need
Well,
something to remove the clot or the clog up and unclog your brain
right.
of what you call knowledge.
Right.
This was a demonstration today
Yes, sir.
to me
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
for Mr. Trump,
Yes, sir.
for Mr. Netanyahu.
Whatever it is.
Wait. I know I wasn't supposed to go there. But write it down. See, every one of these young men and women, you saw what they did, not with a weapon,
Come on.
but with the mastery of their brain,
Yes, sir.
their hands, taking a weapon. Boy, don't nobody come with a weapon but you, brother. That happens every year, and they can't get a shot off. What are you seeing under that fire cover? The man that had the sword. I'm sure he had to know, should I do this? But the sensei said, no, come on. And then he put a man behind that man to make sure that he would push and keep that man standing still. Do you know what that was? That's the power of a mind over the molecules
Yes, sir. That's what you're talking about.
and the atoms that appear to be losing, moving about so. But I knew this as a young Muslim
Yes, sir. Come on.
when I was standing posts for Elijah Muhammad,
That's right.
and they said somebody was gonna take his life.
Right.
Y'all go out and stand posts. I never stood post shaking.
Come on.
Look at my record, brothers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was the first to stand up.
That's right.
Every time I was in the line,
That's right.
and my teacher was threatened. One time, the Supreme Captain said, "Minister, you're just so small." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, you don't have no weight. You couldn't stop a bullet. Well, the fat one over there, if he don't know how to turn that fat into steel,
That's right.
he just butter
That's it.
for a bullet. Butter for the bullet. You can't get me now. You got butter in your bullet. But when that brother steeled himself, look in his face, he wasn't smiling. He was making his body firm. He was making his throat
Yes, sir.
harder than the wood
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that sword was in.
Yes, sir.
You mean you can do that? Yes, you can.
Come on.
See, that's how, was it Samson? They whooped all these people with the jawbone of an ass?
Yes, sir.
Poor Goliath, such a punk.
Yes, sir.
He got punked.
And he got punked. And it didn't only take one smooth stone out of the brew.
That's it.
And a man with the heart
Right.
Yes.
to stand up against a bully.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to say this with all respect
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
to warriors who trust in their weapons. What these brothers showed us, what these sisters showed us, learn the lesson.
Yes, sir.
The lesson is this. If you on the outside of this and you said, damn, I don't want to mess with them. Well, that's wise. But not only is it wise, it's supreme intelligence. Why is that? You see, when you think you're powerful and you forget God, who is the real power,
That's right. That's right.
then you don't have the power to move what He created to make it like what that brother did. To hold that sword from piercing his skin.
Yes, sir.
Now, they say this on television. When you see masters doing things, now that don't go out there stupid.
Try this.
They tell you right away, no, don't try that. Try this. Let me first make myself into what God can use. Please listen.
Yes, sir.
God is in everything that He created. And ain't nothing out here that was a creation of somebody else but God. The author of all life, the author of all creation. Oof. I'm going to finish. I'm going to wrap it up now. But be careful now.
Yes, sir.
I'm a Baptist preacher, you know. But I'm going to let you go. But you get the tape and study it.
Yes, sir.
Because they're going to be talking about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That man ain't no hater.
Yes, sir.
He's a lover. He's a lover of God. And he knows the incompleteness of man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, you think because you're a man, you're complete. Wrong.
Yes, sir. Right. Yes, sir.
You think because you're all grown up that you mature. You're wrong.
Right.
Maturity is not in a BS degree
Right.
or an MS degree
Yes, sir.
or in a PhD degree.
Come on.
Yes, we got it. But put it on the wall and study it. Because you can't do almost anything with it. You got a doctorate in sociology and all the sickness in the society, and you don't know how to heal it. You're a doctor of economics and whatnot, and you don't know what to do with garbage. You got garbage on a barge going up and down the river because you don't know what to do with garbage. Isn't that something? But there's no garbage in the economy of God's knowledge.
Come on.
You die, there's a vulture there. There it is. You won't last long out there. You won't look the same, but the vulture will eat. And the messenger told me that the buzzard got so much sense that they fly around and they're just flying around now. They're looking as they're flying. They're listening as they're flying. They're waiting for that which appears dead to really die.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, some of us are like that.
Yeah.
You're a damn fool if you work your life all the way to build wealth and then turn it over to a jackass.
Come on. Listen.
And they ask you, what is your legacy? And your children are jackasses. You ain't got no damn legacy. You got blood suckers of the poor.
Yes, sir.
You got eaters of the dead.
Yes, sir.
See, when you don't know how to work for what you get, or waiting for somebody to die to see what you can get.
Right. Come on. Listen.
Think about it. Those sisters, those brothers taught us this lesson. An aggressor is a loser. I'm saying this to the president. An aggressor
Yes, sir.
is a loser.
Yes, sir.
Because God is never with those who are aggressors, oppressors, tyrants, bullies, who love to make people afraid. See, them little brothers and sisters, when they had that stick, you know, and the brother moving, knocked the damn, poor man lost the stick, he lost it. Them brothers was mean out there. And if you are an aggressive fool, looking at what you saw, the lesson is, don't be a bully. Find a better way to solve a problem. Yes, you got an armada. Yes, you got ships. Yes, you got armies. Yes, you got ballistic missiles. Yes, but you don't have God. And if you don't have God, you don't have the forces of nature. And God is unleashing the forces of nature now. Don't try him. Don't try him, please. If you want to live, put the gun down. Put the bomb down. You can threaten Iran. Iran have a little something to fight back. But my teacher told me that this war was going to start with conventional weapons, and it will end with nuclear weapons. You heard it first from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I say this as warning before the war gets hot. Stop and think. Precious lives are on those ships. But God can maneuver the water in such a way which you will save and sink your ship. See, nothing can stand against the force of nature when it is unleashed. Please, I am from God.
Yes, sir.
Whether you know it or not, damn it, if you haven't seen it yet, you're blind as hell. But I'm telling you, I am from God. And what I say, you're going to meet it again if you think you're going to destroy people with your bombs, with your weapons. You will be destroyed. So, Khadija, thank you for letting me say what I didn't come here to say. But God asked me to say
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
while I'm speaking.
Yes, sir.
Because I told them, you can let it go on TV. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm sorry. I wasn't lying, but I didn't intend to go as far as I did. But God is the Father of my words.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right. Yes, sir.
And I am a warner to the nations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm telling Saudi Arabia,
Yes, sir.
don't let them lure you into the trap, promising you atomic weapons. They'll never give them to you as long as Israel is by their side. You say, well, Farrakhan, they're gonna put this in the media tomorrow. Maybe you should. Because ain't nobody telling them what they should do. So God sent me to warn you all. The playing with God is over. The hypocrisy, saying what you believe and you're a liar. Don't play with Allah.
Yes, sir.
Don't play with God.
Yes, sir.
Don't play with the life that He gave you.
Yes, sir.
Live your life.
Yes, sir.
Don't let praise blind you. You ain't made to handle it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great, Sensei. But the Sensei wise. I do this because I'm proud of you. But if you ever get so proud of yourself that you forget who's the giver of gifts, who's the protector of you in your exhibition and exploitation of your gift, then the gift will wrap you up as a present to Satan. And when you open your gift, Satan, you see a damn fool. Because anybody that follows Satan is a damn fool. All those who bow down in submission to the Lord of all creation, you have a chance to win.
Yes, sir.
I guess I've said it all. Khadijah told me, you should go now and get some rest. But I had a great time. And to all the senseis that came to help and demonstrate the greatness of your
Strong dude, man. Strong dude. Take a little trip back one time. Go back down memory lane, man. Strong dude, man. Strong dude. I got one for y'all.
And I do this with in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, one God, to whom all praise is due, the Creator of all things, Revealer of all truth, Sender of all prophets. To Him alone do I submit and seek refuge. I thank Him for sending Moses and the Torah, or what is called the Old Testament. I thank Him for sending Jesus and the Gospel. I thank Him for sending Muhammad and the Holy Quran. But if I lived to be 1,000, I don't think I could ever thank God enough for raising up in our midst a divine leader, teacher, and guide who has made the Torah, the Gospel, and the Quran relevant books for an oppressed people here in America and throughout the world. I'm speaking of the man who taught me what I am about to teach you, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I greet all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, with the greeting words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum. And this means peace be unto you. I'm very, very happy and honored to be here in Gary once again. I must confess it has been 7 years since I last spoke in Gary. I believe it was 7 years ago. And the time goes so fast. And so many things have happened to Gary and in Gary in the last 7 years. Gary potentially is a great city. But like all of the cities of America, Gary is suffering. We don't come tonight to add to the suffering, but we come to hopefully offer something that can relieve the suffering. The scriptures teach in the book of Hosea, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Ignorance is our worst enemy. And as long as ignorance prevails in our communities, our enemies will always be able to manipulate our ignorance and make us destroyers of ourselves. I want to thank the Reverend Faris Evans and the Park Row Missionary Baptist Church, its membership, deacons, trustees, for the honor and privilege of allowing us to be here tonight to talk to our brothers and sisters here in Gary. Sometimes when our pastors are bold and take a bold step, they're castigated for it by others who don't understand. But for those who would castigate Reverend Faris Evans, I would hope that you would be wise enough to withhold your judgment until after you hear the man that he has permitted in his pulpit. And I'm sure that if you're intelligent enough to not judge before the facts, but after the fact, then you will thank Reverend Faris Evans over and over again for allowing this sacred house to be the host of a sacred message. I want to thank our dear brother minister, Sabir Muhammad, who has been working very hard here in Gary with great opposition to try and get a message of truth to our people. And I want to say to Brother Sabir, we are very grateful to you and your family and to the believers here in Gary for your hard work. I want you to look at this brother and get to know him. For after tonight, you're going to say, boy, I really thank that brother for bringing our brother here to Gary. He's the one that invited me, and it is on his invitation and the strength of his commitment that I came. Let's give him another round of applause. Now remember, we're in the sanctuary. And while we can be happy, and it's a place to shout and it's a place to clap, it's not a place to whistle. Okay? Now, I said something is wrong with Gary. I didn't say anything you don't know. We all know that something is wrong with Gary and something is wrong with Chicago and Detroit and Cleveland and New York and Los Angeles. I was down in Mississippi just about a week ago, and there in the cotton field in Greenwood, Mississippi, we were speaking. And in that little area in Greenwood, Mississippi, and Greenville, Mississippi, the same problems that we have in Gary and Chicago are now in little cities throughout the South. Black people killing one another. One American kills another every 28 minutes. Think about this. One American kills another every 28 minutes. In the last 20 years, homicide in America has doubled and has become a major cause of death in the United States. In 1978, homicide was the 12th leading cause of death in the nation. It was the 4th leading cause of potential years of life lost to persons between the ages of 1 and 64, ranking after unintentional injuries, cancer, and heart disease. However, during the 9-year period from 1970 to 1978, victims of homicide were disproportionately represented by males, by blacks, by Hispanics. 78% of all homicides were men. And now, in 1980, which is 10 years ago, homicide rates for black males in the United States were higher in every category than for any other race or sexual group. Homicide for black men higher than for any other age or sex group or a racial group, black men leading the way. Recent studies indicate that in America today, one Caucasian female has one chance in 606 persons of becoming a murder victim. I'm going to say that again. A white female has one chance in 606 of becoming a murder victim. A white male has one chance in 186 of becoming a victim of murder. That means for every 186 whites, one person in that 186 may be murdered. But for the black female, one out of every 124 has a chance of being murdered. But the black male has one chance in 29. My God. The black male, count off 29 men in here, and 1 in 29 may not live to die a natural death, but will be murdered, and 95% of all the murders of black men are caused by black men. Now, pastors, political leaders, this is a tragedy that no one is talking about. We are not screaming about what we are doing to one another, but we will put up picket signs and march when a white policeman kills a black man. But when we kill one another, there's no outcry. And every weekend, we are sending young black men to their graves. And over 60% of the crimes that we commit of homicide against each other are drug-related crimes. 13% deal with family squabbles. Suicide is up. And even though we caught heck in slavery, we didn't commit as much suicide under the slave master than we are committing in the cities and ghettos of America. What is happening to black people? What is happening to the black man? That we have now become the number one rapers, robbers, shooters, beaters, and murderers of ourselves. With churches on every corner. Come on now. People with signs out saying, Jesus saves. And yet our people are dying right under our feet, under our noses, and we don't have the power to stop it. The condition of black people in America is a witness against the homes. It is a witness against the schools. It is a witness against the churches. It is a witness against the politicians. It says that we all have failed. Because if we have what we think we have of knowledge, of the power of God in Scripture, why can't we make a better people? If you can tell a tree by the fruit it bears, we ought to be able to judge an educational system by what it produces. And if we are the product of the American educational system, and over 40 million Americans are considered functionally illiterate. Think about it. 40 million. And many of those 40 million are us. Over 1 million young people drop out of high school every year. And 25% of those who graduate cannot read above the 8th grade level. Right. Ill prepared to do anything in terms of development of self or community. As we look at Gary, a city that was allowed to die because racism was so poisonous and pervasive in Gary that when the black people who lived in Gary decided to vote in a black mayor, the businesses moved out of Gary, formed a new township, took the money away from Gary. set up Merrillville and other communities. And then the tax base began to erode. And Gary could not deliver the services to the people that it once did because there was no more tax base like it was. The federal government began to cut back aid to the cities. Industry began to close down. And so you got a community full of people that want to work but don't have any jobs. No black man can feel like a man without money in his pocket to take care of his wife and his children. There were 45 murders in Gary throughout the year of 1989. And as of today, in the 7th month of 1990, there have already been 46 murders. It is not that the people just want to kill one another, but there's so much madness and frustration in our community. There's so much hopelessness and despair in our community. Over 60% of the black homes are headed by a woman. But there are children in all these homes which says a man was there at one time. And it has been proved that as jobs decrease, men leave their homes. And it is as proportionate as the job market goes down for black men, more and more homes become headed by black women. Men leave their homes and allow their women to go on welfare. In all the major cities in America, not in Gary, there are fine buildings going up in the downtown areas. Travel throughout America, every downtown. in every major city is being rebuilt.
That's right. That's right. That's fact. Yes, sir.
They say it's creating jobs. Can't create jobs for 40 million who are functional illiterates. A functional illiterate cannot fit in a high-tech society.
That's right.
Jobs are moving out of the cities into the suburbs, and out of the suburbs, out of this nation, into foreign nations where cheap labor can be used. So the poor man who just wants a job to be able to feed his family, don't mind working hard, can't find those kind of jobs today because those jobs are no longer available in the cities of America. Who is at fault?
Good question. Listen.
Can we fix some blame somewhere? Will it mean anything to say who is at fault? We got a problem. Whoever is at fault, we got the problem. And whoever is at fault, if we have the problem, then we have to develop the strategies and the solutions to solve our own problems. We voted out Mayor Hatcher. We voted in a new mayor. Many say he's a good man. Well, you voted for him. So he must have been good for you. You chose him. Now, the poor man wanted to develop a tax base so that he could give to the city the services that you weren't getting, that were diminishing, which was not Brother Hatcher's fault. But people vote their stomachs rather than their hearts. That's why Violeta Chamorro is the ruler in Nicaragua and not Daniel Ortega. Daniel Ortega has the heart of the people. But America put so much pressure on the economy of Nicaragua that Nicaragua could not survive economically. Daniel Ortega wanted to get better relationship with America.
Yes, he did.
So America said to Ortega, let's have free and fair elections. And if you do that, we will consider warming up the relationship. And when he agreed to that, they sent millions of dollars from America into Nicaragua to buy the election.
That's right.
They weaken the economy, but the people don't know where the real enemy is. They throw the stone, hide their hand, and then the person that's out front got to pay for what somebody else is doing. Now, Mr. Bonds wanted to set up gambling. I think the Bible is against it, and the Quran is against it. But when you don't have any means of giving service to the people, you'll follow any way that will make a way out of no way. So the mayor hitched his car to gambling, and when it fell through, his heart is broken. Because if there's no money, he can't deliver on the promises that he made. You got a beautiful airport facility out here. that should be developed. It will bring revenue into Gary. Steel mills closed down. Poor people that look to the steel mills for their economic salvation. Now, no steel mill in Gary. Steel mill closing down in East Chicago. Jobs leaving the city. And what's left? Young black men looking at their fathers. Fathers trying to collect unemployment. Trying to live off of nothing. Doing little odd jobs. And then a smart, crooked deceiver comes and say, hey, man, you don't have to be subjected to this. Here, sell this. It'll ease your pain and the pain of your community. So you got more crack salesmen in the black community than Amway, IBM, Mary Kay, Fuller Brush, Avon. Not because our people want to sell drugs. Our people want money. Because in this world, nobody can make it without money. And if nobody's providing a means of employment for the people, then they will resort to crime. And don't tell the people, thou shalt not steal. When my stomach is hungry, don't read me that law when self-preservation is the first law. When a man is hungry, he will steal. When a man is hungry, he will kill. Listen. I have seen and you have heard and seen when men have been in an airplane that crashed in a remote place. Some of them have watched each other, waiting for one to die so they could have something to eat. Don't tell me that you won't eat your brother. If you will eat your brother if necessity calls for you to do it, then what will you do when you see your mother with no food? Your baby brother and sister with no bread, living in a shack in Gary in the wintertime, and there's no heat, and the gas company does not care, and the electric company does not care. Then people get the spirit in them, well, if nobody cares, then I'll get me a gun. I don't care either. So you got a whole nation of people that have lost the spirit to care for themselves and to care about their neighbor. It is dog eat dog. This is the plight of Gary. This is the plight of Chicago. This is the plight of Harlem, New York. This is the plight of Washington, D.C. Black people feeding on one another, destroying each other, while in the other side of town, white folks living well. They have little problems, but they get service in Maryland. They have a tax base there. Their garbage is collected. They get police service. while you cry out. Your policemen, many of them corrupt, not because they have to be, but it's the way of life in the ghetto now. You pay off the police and you run your drugs. You know this is going on. I read about a drug bust here in Gary. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever read in my life. And you had the nerve to put that in your newspaper as some big thing that you found. 5 packets of heroin, 5 packets of cocaine, $800 and 2 pistols. What happened to the drugs that you seized? And what happened to the money that you seized? The drugs go right back into circulation, and the money goes into somebody else's pocket. Because drugs is so pervasive today. It buys senators and congressmen. It buys mayors and governors. It buys commissioners and policemen. It buys its way because drugs is the biggest business in the world today. I don't mean to make anybody uneasy. I'm serious. I don't want to make you all uneasy. But let me say this. Brother Farrakhan, don't invite me no place if you don't want to hear the truth. Because I don't know nothing to do but to tell the truth. I once heard Malcolm say that if you throw a stone in the midst of a bunch of dogs, the only one that hollers is the one that got hit. So if you're innocent, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're guilty, I'm here to tell you, straighten yourself up. Because a whole community is dying because of corruption. The gross national product of Russia was second only to America, $1.8 trillion. But the drug market internationally is 1.6 trillion, which means that drugs has become a superpower. The drug merchants buy superior weapons. The drug merchants have sophisticated electronic equipment. It's big business. And we are the ones that are paying the price so that a few of us might live better while the rest of us die in misery. This crack cocaine, it is a chemical manufactured. It is manufactured to give pleasure to the pleasure centers of the brain. I used to think, Reverend, that drugs was unnatural. We don't need drugs. We need air, water, milk. We need bread. I didn't know that there's a human need for drugs. What do you mean, Farrakhan? Just wait a minute. There's not just a human want for drugs. There's a human need for drugs. This that God gave us, the brain, it is a drug factory. Go on. Listen. Go down by the cemetery one night. Walk in, but there's a fence around it. And let some strange sound come up. And you begin to feel threatened. Don't tell me you won't get over that fence in a single bound. If you've ever been frightened, you can run faster when you're frightened. You can fight harder when you're frightened. You can jump higher when you're frightened. Then the next day you go back to the same fence that you got over the night before, but this time you're not frightened and you wonder how I got over. What made you get over? It was that the brain produced the chemicals that gave you that superhuman strength at that moment to do what needed to be done. It is the brain that produces a chemistry that makes you go to sleep. It is the brain that tells you it's time to wake on up. When you're under undue stress and you're receiving pain, it is the brain that produces something like morphine that eases your pain. When you suffer ordinary trauma or shock, like the death of a loved one, and you need comfort, the brain produces what you need. And that's why you survive the loss of mama, the loss of your husband, the loss of your wife, the untimely death of your child. When the trauma hits you, you don't think you can make it one more day, but the brain, that which God created, gives you what you need to go through the trying times. But you know what? That's normal stress. But when you have coming from the outside pressures that are not normal, stress that is not normal, producing shock and trauma that is not normal, you deplete the supply that the brain gives. Then you need an external stimulus. And that's why insanity is going rampant in the black community. All of a sudden, you can't handle it anymore. And you don't know why you can't handle it, but you've depleted your mind of that vital chemistry that keeps the balance. And so you go to a doctor and he prescribes a medicine, and it is a synthetic representative of the chemical that the brain produces. And then when you ingest that chemical, all of a sudden you can handle things again. And then they tell you, you got to keep taking this medicine for the rest of your life. But when you start demanding something from the outside, and the doctor prescribes, here, take this Valium, it'll calm you right down. I met a doctor one day, and this is no lie, I won't call his name. That doctor is a master of drugs, you hear me? I was was on the road, brothers and sisters, and I was teaching every night in a different city. And I came back to Chicago and I went to see this doctor. And when I got in his room, I was beat up. He said, brother, he broke off half a pill. Wow. And he said, take this. I trusted my doctor. He gave me some water, and we talked for a few minutes. When I looked in the mirror, I looked young, you know what I mean? I said, that's some pill. Make an old man look young. I'm not lying to you. When I looked in the mirror, I knew I looked 15 years younger than when I came in that man's office. He said, Brother Farrakhan, if you're going on the trip, take this with you. I ain't lying. I had a bag. If they had arrested me, I don't know what was that stuff. But that man said, you tired? Take this one. But after you finish, you want to go to sleep, you take this one. So I was fired up for that one. What they were is uppers and downers. But I didn't need that stuff. When I got out to California, I was at Stamford, Connecticut. And I realized this thing here was making me an addict. I don't need this kind of stuff. I threw the bag away. When you trust your doctor, the doctor is the person that you say knows. What he was doing was giving me pills that are synthetic representatives of what the body naturally produces if the body is healthy and not used up. What am I saying? I'm saying that there's a need now in America for drugs, because America, more so than any country on earth, is the drug consuming capital of the world. Though America has better roads, better streets, better transportation, better communication, better lifestyle than any country on earth, yet there are more drugs consumed in America than anywhere on earth. Do you know why? In the Quran, it reads, surely the shock of the hour is a grievous thing. The day you see it, every woman giving suck will forget her suckling, and every pregnant one will lay down her burden. And you will see men as drunken, but they will not be drunk. Surely the chastisement of Allah will be severe. What are you saying, Farrakhan? America is under divine chastisement. And the chastisement on America is so great that you are calling for what your body can't produce. Since you lack the faith, yes, sir, that would stimulate the brain to produce whatever you needed. Yes, when your faith is gone, then you can't produce from your body what you need in the name of God to go through what God is bringing about. Look at this now. So when the shock of the hour comes and loss is coming, loss of power, loss of prestige, loss of jobs, loss of your mind, loss of friends, loss of the ambitions that you dreamed about as a young man. You're disappointed because everything you wanted to see has failed in front of your eyes. And the package store says, here, take some Courvoisier. Here's some J&B. Here's a reefer. Here's some coke. And everybody right now is drugged up.
That's right.
You get on an airplane, you have to pray. You pray normally, you know, but when you look at the pilot, you wonder, is he high? Will I make it to my destination? They say, take the bus and leave the driving to us. But we have to look at the bus. And the one who wants us to leave the driving to him, we wonder, has he been high? We start off on a journey and end up in a ravine. Take Amtrak. End up in a ditch. The engineer high.
Right.
The pilot high.
Right.
The preacher high. Oh, yes. Preacher snorting coke today. Yeah. It's true. It's true. Politicians. It's true. It's true. It's true. Judges.
That's right.
Lawyers.
Right.
Doctors.
Right.
Doctors drunk as a hoot owl. Trying to perform an operation. Talk to me, doc. I'm not joking. I'm not playing. Everybody high. Coming to carry the building, stop swaying. So much dope being used. Can you imagine them jumping on Mayor Barry?
Right.
And some of us join them. Isn't it a shame? Sure it is. I was giving an interview to the Washington Times, and they said to me, Minister Farrakhan, we hear you've been married for 37 years to the same woman, and you have a good reputation, and we want to ask you, as a family man, as a man that has stayed with one woman for 37 years, do you think that a person who is a substance abuser and a womanizer should hold public office? I say, who are you talking about? John Kennedy? Their mouth fell open. They said, no, I meant Mayor Barry. I said, well, let's start with John Kennedy. I said, the members of the press knew the man was having orgies in the White House. Y'all didn't tell that. Y'all knew that Eisenhower had a mistress. You didn't tell that. Y'all knew that Delano Roosevelt had one too, but you didn't tell that. Y'all knew that the presidents, many of them didn't like J. Edgar Hoover, but they never could get rid of it. Because Hoover is a vacuum cleaner. He picked up all the dirt. Hoover had the goods on all the presidents, all the president's men, the leading members of Congress and cabinet. And that's why J. Edgar Hoover was there to serve under more than 6 presidents. Where are those films? Let us see what y'all white people do. since you want to show us what Mayor Barry was doing, let us see what you've been doing. And of course, well, brothers and sisters, I'm suggesting with that there's a natural need for drugs. But we don't need to go to a drug man to get it. We need to enrich our lives by developing the faith that only God can give. And when we develop faith, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. Faith is substance, and it is the essence of things. You can't produce a thing if you don't have faith. Faith is the substance of the thing that you hope for, but the evidence is not yet in reality. Listen to me good now. People poor, ragged, hungry, naked, and out of doors. You're not poor of money. You're poor in faith. That's what I'm coming to. Listen to me now. Please. Please. What do you mean, Farrakhan? I'm poor in faith. I goes to church every week. And I reads my Bible. Don't tell me nothing about I'm poor in faith. Show me a man with faith, and I'll show you a man with works that bear witness to his faith. If you don't have no works, you can read the Bible all day, read the Quran all day. These books are instructional. These books are wisdom that feed the essence of God within the human being. Don't say you have a Bible and won't read it. Don't say you have a Quran and won't read it. A jackass can have books on his back, but when it gets up the mountain and it's not going to be an intelligent scholar, it's still going to be a jackass because the jackass can't read. Do you understand? I'm not being bothered. I'm not being bothered.